Hello Aries, this is your forecast for August 2015, and August for you is your sister sign. We're moving into the sign of Leo, and this really correlates well with your own sun sign, so you should see a lot of extra positive burst of energy. And not only that, but you have a whole crowd here in your fifth house for fun this month. So you're going to be expanding your horizons as far as getting out and about, doing those things that you love to do, and probably also spending a whole lot more time with your children. Now, last month here in July, you had main focus on home and family, which could, include your parents and whatnot as well. Also, you focusing on home-related matters, maybe catching up with the household, repairing those kind of things that the home does need. But this month, it's more about relaxation. It's a fabulous month for you, Aries, to take vacation here in August rather than in July. That is, if you're listening to this on the July end of this forecast. So you got the Sun, you got Mercury, you have Venus and Jupiter here in this fifth house. Now, Venus will go retrograde all month, so it's giving you an extended time in this area of joy and relationships, new love coming in, creativity, you looking into your hobbies, expanding upon those things. And for those of you also having children going back to school, you might be preparing, spending more time with them, especially the ones of those that will be traveling to college, maybe for their first year. So I see that you're going to spend ample time with them. And also there might be some extra costs, okay, because Venus rules that love, but it also rules money. And Venus here this month will be angling up to Saturn in your 8th house for resources. So the focus could be for some of you Arians to really look into scholarships, helping your children find those scholarships, or setting up some kind of fund, trust fund, or something that can secure them as they launch out in the new area and arena of their life. So we can see Saturn working that way. Some of you might be working on also the empty nesters syndrome, like how does it feel when your first child moves out of the nest? So that will also be a karmic period now that is concluding itself with a square here and Saturn's placement. But it's all good. It is exactly as it should be. Now, this month too here, having this focus in the 5th house, will be asking you, Aries, what is it you love to do? The universe is asking you to look inwards towards your talents, skills, and abilities that may not at other times throughout the year be able to have this much time focused, giving attention to these skills. And so whatever you could do right now to kind of catch up with them, take them that one step further, well, you could probably feel how your hobbies can take a quantum leap from time to time. Every time you kind of reconnect with it, even if there has been 6 months, maybe several years, but for each time you connect and give focus to your hobbies, you'll see how it's grown and magically feeling like all on its own. But that's just because we still work with those things subconsciously, even when we're not doing it in the practical 3D world. More so also this month, Mars is still in your area of the 4th house, home and family. Mars is our action, our drive, so it may still want to catch up with a few things that wants to be repaired and so forth. Great time to do so, because once it moves out of this area, it will probably just be laying there in the corner of your eye, and you will see what needs to be done, and you'll be doing this and saying, oh yeah, I'll get to that later, right? Because Mars isn't there to help you actually get it done, which it will be here now, this month. Now, you have probably until the 8th before Mars is going to conclude the 4th house here, so August 8th, it's moving into your 5th house to party along with this other little stellium, the crowd that you have going on there, and that will allow you also to really dive off the deep end and have tons of fun. Anytime vacation after the 8th should be a very good time for you. Yeah, let's start off here with the moons. We have the new moon here, Aries, on August 14th, also in your sister sign. And the new moon for you here this month, Aries, will be in your fifth house, along with the crowd and the company and the party in that fifth house. What a wonderful place to have a new moon. Hopefully you're doing something really wonderful, having a great time with your family and friends here on the 14th. But this is where you want to place your intentions. And it tends to feel very natural to say that your intentions is, I want more of this, of what is going on the 14th, the way you're feeling, the family, friends, the party, the joy, the love, your children, that you make a promise to yourself to set off time throughout the year until the new moon meets up with this very place next year, that you will want to do this more on a regular basis and not keep putting it off. So this will draw to you more of this energy throughout time to come. Now, if you have your own business, Aries, this is a great month for you and your business. You can come to see expansion, maybe even new projects that could arise. This is that Venus, Jupiter that's still working in this field. And these two are going to follow one another all the way, an extended period. So we're going to get into October before the full energy will dissipate. So there's ample time to look at new ideas, new concepts, to expand perhaps the already existing foundation that you have. Money, revenue should be really good, and your interaction with your clients should be really good this month. For those of you who are into sports, what a great month for obtaining great results this month, just because the fifth house too is competitiveness, right? And you are competitive. So wonderful time for that too. Sorry, just had a little cough there. Okay, so let's start at top of the month here, Aries. And on the 2nd of August, we have Mercury and Uranus. They're going to be trying great news coming to you on this day, or maybe you will have some good news that you could spread out to the world. And communication here is something that is surprising. It's enthusiastic. It might bring in a new dimension of something. And a few of you might just even be able to download or channel a great new thought, invention, or something creative. This is between the 1st and the 5th house, so the creativity is all there in the 5th. The 1st house is where Uranus is, which is highly now connected to your upper chakras, in your personality, the I am. So it's like your higher mind is shooting you a signal of this great new whatever epiphany that you may be receiving. On the 3rd, we have Jupiter and Saturn. They're squaring. And what that means is Jupiter wants to expand, and we know that Saturn kind of constricts. It's those rings, right, that Saturn has, so it's holding. So there's kind of this little feeling of push-pull and what gives, right? It's between the area of the 5th and the 8th house. Jupiter is wanting to expand, it's wanting to travel, it's wanting to be generous, it's just really wanting to be giving and abundant. And then Saturn's saying, well, you got to be careful though. There's some restrictions here. And what are the restrictions? It's the 8th house. Money, resources, so forth. So you might have to hold back. And that's hard when your heart is this big and you can only give that much when we're talking about the material goods that you can give or support. But hey, listen, the heart is really, truly the gift that we give. So don't hold back on it. Venus is conjunct here on the 4th, right around the time that it's also feeling the constriction of, shall I say, the material part of goods. But I'm seeing how your heart is swelling, full of love, full of support. And hey, listen, where you might have had a little worry, financially perhaps, well, on the 4th when Venus and Jupiter conjuncts, this is the 2nd conjunction. We had one there July 1st. Well, if it didn't give you anything in that first round there in July, you might luck out now as Venus is retrograding and touching upon that very same degree of Jupiter. So this might be a great day. We were talking about those worries about giving, sharing, and so forth, spending money, maybe being on this luxury vacation that you are on might be a little bit more expensive than what you've been thinking. So there is still that need to pull back just a little bit. I don't really see anything big disastrous, of course. That's not why I'm saying it. It's just that these 3 squares that you've got going on, it's all pointing to that same direction. But you're coming out of it, like I said, there may be good news about something, money coming in, but it may not be in your hand on the 4th, so you might still have to feel that little bit of seesaw there. But you're playful and you're happy, and I see laughs and giggles and smiles and great sense of humor here in August. Now on the 7th, whatever you were worrying about, well, something is coming in, and I'm feeling whatever communication or a meeting or interview or negotiation that you may be having here is definitely going to be that key you're looking for, which will open up a door and silent that worrisome thing that's been going on with Saturn. Because now I'm feeling the whole week between the 7th and the 15th is actually glamorous. We have the Sun, which is you. It's going to be passing over Venus on the 15th, still in that playful, happy 5th house. Those of you who are single might just even find a new partner or stumble upon somebody, and those of you in a relationship, hey, this is a great time just to feel very, very extra romantic. Shopping, it could be a nice time that you could find something very beautiful and very aesthetic that you will absolutely fall head over heel for. So don't regret not getting it. You know, you can get that now. So go for it. Now on the 19th though, Venus and Uranus are having a happy-go-lucky time. And we love when those 2 energies come together. And it's because Venus, not only in the playful house of Leo, but it is now dancing off all the energies of your Aries, and with Uranus. So there's this trying. You might find that you would like to explore, to do something out of the box, to really, you know, go for the daredevil within you and experiment with something. So it could be some shocking, good, fun stuff coming in on the 19th. Pay attention to it, because I think it's just going to tickle your heart. Now the planets are relatively quiet this month. We don't have that long list of things going on, but for those planets that are here, you're definitely going to feel them. They're moving a little slow, they're holding on to their degrees, which is giving you time to work through. You know, when we have a long list of things happening, we kind of just like zigzag quickly, and we don't really pay enough attention to ground those energies. This month will allow you to do so. We also have that full moon coming up, and that is going to be here 6 degrees in Pisces this month on the 29th of August. So for you, that's going to be in your 12th house. And that's the area where you like to kind of pull back a little bit and recharge your batteries. And well, no kidding, because as much fun as you're going to be having here this month, you're probably going to need a vacation from the vacation, right? And so a great place to have your full moon this month. And it is going to be crossing upon Neptune, which is your spiritual higher self, also residing in the same area. Great time to catch up, do some meditation, and pay attention to whatever visions you may be channeling at the time. Pay attention to those dreams, which might become very lucid, very clear, and write them down in a journal. You'll come to appreciate that later on. We can talk about the shifts of the planets here this month. Venus goes retrograde all month. Then we have Saturn, which has been retrograde for the last 3, 4, 5 months, actually 4 to 5 months. It's going direct again on the 2nd of August. This will be in your 8th house. So if you feel that this has been slowing down on you ever since it retrograded, you're going to see how, when he awakens, that he's going to give you a little bit more, shall I say, flesh on the bone, a little bit more now to work with, so you can start grounding all this intimate energy, and also looking into how you can start working and improving your resources, not necessarily just through your monthly income, but how you can grow and expand and secure for the future. You know, looking into investments, looking into savings, that kind of thing will become more important as we carry on. Mercury will be changing signs, leaving out of Leo and into Virgo on August 7th. That will be from the playful house and communicating all that which the fifth house does into your day-to-day routine. That will allow you to help you, should I say, focus on those things that are important with your day-to-day schedule, helping you to kind of clear things out, set it up in a new way. We do this once every year, and it seems to work for a long time, and then it starts kind of flowing. It's like our closet, right? We can set it nice, and then after a while it starts, it's not color coordinated anymore. So it's that kind of thing. Mercury is going to be aligned to help you focus, get those things structured and organized. Mars will be moving out of Cancer and your fourth house into the fifth house and Leo on August the 8th. This is when you're going to feel so much more energy going into having fun, being with your children, sharing more time with your loved one, or finding that new loved one if you don't have a partner right now. This is where your focus is going to be for the transit of Mars. And then we have Jupiter, which now has concluded a whole year cycle of its transit in Leo. It's been in this fifth house for children and joy and expansion and the businesses that you own. Now moving into Virgo, will for a full year. This will be August 11th onwards. It's going to be wanting for you to look at your diets, what you eat, and working out. Your physical body might want to start cleansing itself in a new way. You might start thinking about working out a little bit more. It's also how you work with your coworkers, and there's this enthusiasm about what it is you do. All right. And for those of you food lovers, well, think about it. You're going to eat a whole lot of what you want, but think about it. Being Jupiter also can come to expand the waistline also if you don't pay attention. But it's a great place to have Jupiter, and this is where you're going to be working until that of late summer of next year. So listen to your moon and rising sign, listen to your partner sign, and for those of you who still haven't listened to your tarot forecast for August, you could find that on the playlist here, and it gives you a different insight of what you can expect now in August. And I'll see you next month. Right now.